past that you're not so proud of. Yeah. Before maybe you are a thief. Now you get into a relationship with her and you're not doing that anymore. But she knows or he knows that you have done something before in the past that you're not proud of. And then that person uses it all the time on you. So you can't leave. You leave, I'll tell everyone. You leave, I'll kill your son, or I'll tell the whole world that you are a prostitute, you are not good in bed, or you are not good enough. They just emotionally blackmail you until you feel like, really, I can't go anywhere because this person knows so much about me. And if I leave them, they will actually, you know, put all my laundry out there for the world to see. Uh, that can keep a person in a relationship that is toxic, but that is also a sign that it is a toxic relationship. If a person is emotionally blackmailing you, it's a toxic relationship. They are gaslighting you, it's a toxic relationship. They are controlling you, it is a toxic relationship. Now, another thing that we can also see in an emotional blackmail kind of setting. This person, for example, knows that you are not as rich as you had portrayed yourself when he met you. And he knows exactly the gutters where he picked you from before you met him, and has made you something. And he's always saying, you leave me, I will tell the whole world where you actually come from, what you actually are, that you are a poor girl. And so you stay in a painful relationship because you don't want the whole world to know that you're actually a nobody, and it's the one who has made you. He's always reminding you of the fact that he has brought you. And so you're like, if I leave, he will take away that mat from under my feet, and the world will know that I'm actually poor. I come from this place. They are the ones who had made me. And that keeps you going in a relationship that shouldn't actually be. Yeah, that is a sign of a toxic relationship, and you should be leaving. I see a comment here from Jamie770. People who believe they are unworthy of love or respect may tolerate poor treatment, like past experiences, especially in childhood, can shape this belief or staying in the relationship. Yeah, someone can make you feel, your past can make you think that you are not worthy of love. No one can love you. A person can actually remind you of that. That if I had not loved you, if I had not been there for you, who else would have? Actually, it reminds me of a story that I was going to tell you about, of Prior and Ray. Prior Ray swept Prior with uh, a lot of things, flowers in the beginning, phone calls every now and again. And then the comments started. After some time, comments started. The man started saying, if it were not for me, who would have loved you? So you start self-doubting. You start thinking, really, am I that ugly that no one else could love me? So like you're with this person and they're always putting you down. And growing up, I actually know of comments from people who have grown up, and someone always, growing up, maybe you grew up with a stepmother. The stepmother is saying you have a big head, you don't look good, who will ever marry you? And then you meet this person who in the beginning is always there. Yeah, making you feel like you're on top of the world, you're the queen. And only after some time, this person changes and starts you bring in their comments. You're actually ugly. You've got that big nose. You've got this, and the other. You can start believing it. And so you think twice before leaving it because you always, like Jamie has said, you start believing a lie. And you hang in there because you think you got this, you hit gold once, you can't hit it again. As in, you found this right person. Now, if he leaves you, there'll be no one else to love you. That is why people stay in toxic relationships. And it's actually bad because It's a lie that has been planted in you, and if you believe it, it can stay and grow. And Lillian says others stay because of financial dependence. Yeah. These men know how to really get us to that state. They get you and tell you to stop working. Whatever you are doing, stay home. Don't do anything so you don't work. Or say the man eh, gets you from school and puts you in his house as his wife. Remember, you were supposed to finish up on school, but you did not finish. You started playing house, having children, and before you know it, you've not gone off to school, you've not qualified in anything. And then after some time, he starts treating you like rubbish, reminding you how you are uneducated, you are useless, you are a nobody, you can never make it in society. But he's the reason why you got out of school. You are financially dependent on them. You cannot actually start off your own business because you lack the skills, and so you stay with this man that really doesn't deserve you, but because he has reduced you to that state where you cannot stand on your own, you think less of yourself, and before you know it, you can't live. He starts beating you. In Africa there's a lot of abuse that carries on, and ladies take it. But don't get me wrong, this abuse in relationship is two ways. Sometimes it's from the ladies themselves, sometimes it's from the men, but most of the time it's from the men. The man takes the rag off your feet and starts treating you very bad, and you doubt yourself. And because you're depending on them financially, you stay. Because you can't, start up a business, you're not equipped with any skills, you're not qualified, and so you stay in a relationship that you know is taking you downhill, but you stay anyway. And I would like to read some comments as well. Alan says, "Hi there, hi Alan," and he says, "Can women be toxic lovers?" That one Lydian should answer. Can women be toxic lovers? I'll try to explain as well. But I think Rogers and Lydian, you guys can help explain. Or Jamie 770, you can explain as well. Can women be toxic lovers? I think women can be toxic lovers where they love you to a point where they say, I did this for you. I'll not let anyone get between us, not even you. Yeah. Yeah, women can be toxic lovers, just like men can. Women can be toxic lovers because we can also start controlling. I control who you talk to, where you go when you're not at work. I'm always checking your phone. I'm always giving insults about what you have done when actually you've not. You know, I can disrespect you. I can reduce you to a point where you feel like you're a nobody when you're actually somebody. Women can also be toxic lovers. Anyone who disagrees with me on that one, let me know in the comments. It's a live chat, guys. Go ahead and drop your comments. We'll be able to read them. Women can be toxic lovers. And an example, I can belittle you. Say, like I told you to go and buy fish when you're coming home from work, and then you come back bringing silver fish. Fish in Uganda, there are so many types, but I'm talking about the bigger ones. And then you come back with these ones, the silver fish that are a size of a pinky finger. Oh my goodness, the woman can shower you with insults that men go out there and work and bring food to the table. Or they bring real fish, and this is all you manage to bring. They can be toxic lovers because showering that into a person's life makes them feel less. I mean, he would have loved to come back home with fish like you requested, but was not able to. So I belittle you, make you feel like you're less than a man because you could not provide. I make you feel like you're not good enough a man because I'm not happy with you. I think we can be toxic lovers as well. And you're saying, how can men identify toxic women? I need to hear from other people's opinions. And Alan says, hello, everyone. Lillian says, toxic lovers in which way? Yeah, Lillian is asking, toxic lovers in which way, Alan? You can maybe let us know how toxic women can be toxic lovers. She needs to know. And Lillian says, okay, I understand now. And yes, definitely women can be toxic lovers too. Or she understands, so you don't maybe have to explain. Yeah, Lillian, you can explain maybe to add to my explanation as to how women can be toxic lovers. We can also be overly demanding. And in before my relatives and I start letting your laundry out. I'm always threatening. I'm going to tell my people. I'm going to tell people you don't have this. You can't do this very well. You're not good enough within this. You know. And the man is always on his toes. When it comes to your relatives, you either provide, or I'm going to tell my parents you're actually poor, or you're this, and you're always on pressure to be something you're not. Yeah. So I think women can be toxic lovers as well. But I wait for Lydian's opinion and Roger's opinion to explain more about toxic lovers. Even Jamie and Audrey, Jasper, I'm waiting for you guys to say something. Even the quality marriage, if you're watching. Otherwise, there's also a sign, another sign that it's a toxic relationship when there is love booming. Many people don't know about love booming. Love bombing. It's actually there, and it's one of those signs that is a toxic relationship. A person starts off being too much, like on the high side, texting you about 50 times a day, calling about 70 times a day, flowers in the morning, breakfast on your desk if you're at work, you know, uh, picking you up at work if you're leaving. It starts off and it feels good. It actually feels great. You think, oh my goodness, I've just been, doing just a few chores, or a few. I've just handled a few assignments on my desk, and all these messages have come in. Oh my goodness, look at the missed calls that I've had in just about 2 minutes. It starts off seemingly okay until it becomes creepy. Yeah. Love bombing, they start off like that. Like it's showering you with too much love. It seems what can I call it? It's empowering to feel like you have someone who notices you to that degree, or misses you that much, or is always checking on you that much. But my dear, it gets creepy, and creepy very fast. So love bombing is one of those things that you should look out for in a relationship that is toxic. Same applies to this. Can also be an answer to Alan, who just asked, can women be toxic? How can you identify a toxic woman, a toxic lover? Love booming. I mean, not only men check on ladies that much. This